Hello, everybody. Happy Easter. Hope everybody had a nice Sunday, nice Easter Sunday. I'll get it out here in a minute. Anyway, I may or may have not should have done this chat being it is Easter Sunday, but I figured I didn't say anything about it last week. So here we are. And if nobody showed up, we'd do a quick chat and I'd end it. So as long as people show up to watch it, we'll do it. Anyway, I got trees are blowing and Blue 823 here, and I'll let them do an intro, and I'll start with Don.
Well, thanks for having me, TR. It's a pleasure to be here. Ain't much happening around this area. Just glad to be here.
All right, Blue, would you like to say anything?
Well, I saw that you had some hot chicks in your house. We went out to the farm today for Easter, so happy Easter to everybody. Got out there today and didn't realize it till we got there, but we ended up getting 20. Shit, are they Rhode Island Reds? Rock Island Reds? Whatever the hell, something like that. But we got 20 of those. The cows are starting to freaking give some babies, and the goats, or not the goats, the sheep are fit and ready to pop here at the end of the month. So I was going to do some videos of it today, but with huge family deal, we didn't really have too much time. But maybe next weekend, or once the things actually start popping out, maybe we'll get some videos. So I don't know. So for some reason, I don't know why, because it's kind of disgusting. People like watching animals giving birth. I mean, look at that fucking giraffe. That thing's been on my news feed for a month. It's just damn
2 months. They've been waiting for that damn giraffe to drop that baby for 2 months. And yeah, I was sick and tired of seeing it too.
I hadn't seen anything on that.
What? Do you have Facebook?
Yeah.
And you haven't seen the stupid giraffe cams?
Mm-mm.
I don't. It's some. I don't even know where the zoo is, but this damn giraffe, like TR said, it's been at least 2 months that they've had this live camera going, and the giraffe's name is, I can't believe I know this, but it's April, and she was supposed to give birth like late or March, the beginning part of March or something. They've had these damn live cameras up, and they have like sponsored cameras through Toys R Us because their mascot's a giraffe, and people keep putting it up. Oh, it looks like she's going to give birth. Oh, here it comes. And it's like, holy shit. And I think it just happened yesterday.
I ain't been on Facebook in a couple of days, probably. I know they had them eagle cams, where they got the camera down on the eagle's nest.
Yeah, Gwen said it was in New York. Guinevere, excuse me. Yeah, I've never been so happy to see a baby born. So I quit seeing that shit.
Boy, that drug the old chat down. Nobody likes a goddamn giraffe.
She's like, Jesus, okay. You probably, them damn things pop out in Africa all the damn time. I mean, it ain't like this is the first time it's ever freaking happened.
That'd be a long birth, though, Long neck.
It was getting to be where I was seeing some memes or mimes, or whatever the hell they call them, or little spoof things, is like starting a GoFundMe page or whatever to get this giraffe a damn C-section or so, just shit like that was coming up.
Guinevere asked if we saw April kick the vet in the nuts. I might actually go back and look for that part. If that happened, I mean, that'd be like the highlight of the whole freaking 2-month ordeal we had going on.
Okay, a little bit of change of subject. Annette's Firearm channel brought up a point. Now we have a crazy guy who killed somebody live on Facebook. And believe it or not, I can't believe it was still up. But just a few minutes ago, as I was waiting and sent out invites, and I was okay. Let me check out Facebook for a few minutes. That the video of that guy that went up to that old guy, shot him in the face, killed him. I saw the guy get shot in the face on film.
Really?
What did you type in to see that in Facebook, might I ask?
All right. Y'all two talk, and I'll see if I can throw a link to up here. I'll put it on the external.
And that live thing, I really think that's going to happen more often than what we're expecting. I mean, look at the fucking nut. What was that, last year, that waited for his old news crew to go out and do a whatever, and he went up and shot the reporter and the cameraman, and that was just last year, wasn't it?
Oh, that's where that girl got shot?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's 2 or 3 years ago, wasn't it? I remember seeing that.
Yeah, and it's the big thing, look 10 years ago after Columbine, the big thing was the mass shootings, and now it's going to be this. It's just like Hollywood, and you hate saying it like that, and it's just like the news. People are doing this shit for the fucking shock factor.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know, man.
I don't know. It's getting to the point where people are getting so fucking crazy and so stupid. I mean, it's
moment of fame, I guess.
Yeah. You have people, every time they get pulled over by the police, they're freaking putting their Facebook Live on, and people even just standing on the street that sees a bar fight going on, they click on their Facebook Live, and it's like they're live action heroes or something, like fucking in the middle. I've never understood that, and it's pissed me off for a long time. I mean, especially like the bombings in the airports and shit. Instead of people helping people, they're too busy getting their goddamn camera out and freaking sitting there like, oh, look, I'm going to make, however much money on CNN because I'm doing this. And it's just.
Yeah, it's crazy with cell phones anymore. You can't get nothing past anybody. You better be on your best behavior all the time, really.
Yeah, no kidding.
Jay Greg just posted it, I think.
Yeah. TR, do you want me to? I got it pulled up. Do you want me to?
Okay, you found it. Good. If you found it, yeah, go ahead.
All right,
If anybody wants to see it, I mean, it's
anybody that doesn't want to see it. Turn your camera off, or put your screen, turn your head, do something. All right.
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
All right, so this is it.
Oh, shit. Hi. Can you do me a favor? Can you say Joy Lane? What? Can you say Joy Lane? Joy Lane? Yeah. She's the reason why this is about to happen to you. How old are you? Oh, man, look. Hey, I don't know nobody about this. That motherfucker dead because of you, Joy. Lotus Taylor, Eastbrook, all that shit.
Okay, I don't know how it looked for everybody else, being that we're on the chat and stuff. It's a little choppy. Post that link in the outside in case anybody wants to pull it up. They can look at it later.
Jay Greg Campbell did it. He put it in the external.
All right. Because it's not that choppy if you see it live.
Yeah, that went beyond full retard right there.
It looked like a white guy, but just looking at his arm, it looked awful light colored,
He was black.
Was he?
No, it's black guy.
Big old black guy.
And supposedly he done another video or something, claims he's already killed 13 people that day.
Where was this at?
It was out in Ohio.
Oh, I caught something on the news, something about it's looking for a black man with a full beard, and he's driving a white Fusion or Escort or something like that.
Yep.
I didn't see the, it just had the caption on there.
And by the sounds
That's
of
crazy.
it, that's the first thing that I've actually looked on it. But what he do? I mean, it almost sounds like he made the guy say a woman's name, so it's almost like he broke up with somebody or somebody broke up with him, and now he's just out on a fucking rampage. And that's sick. I mean, I almost wish I wouldn't have watched that.
Yeah, it's screwed up. He just walked up to a random guy, just shot him because he was there. I mean, it don't, the guy's holding the bag up. I mean, if you've watched the original video, like I said, it's a little choppy. Maybe that was just on my end. I don't know. But if you watch the original video that was posted out there, it's, you don't really see, but when I swear I seen like blood and stuff flying. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was just watching it and not in a good way. It was just like, holy shit, I can't believe this is still on. That it's still out there. But there again, it's the internet. Once you post something, as long as people grab it and keep posting it other places, it's there forever.
Yeah, I would never share something like that.
Well, it just kind of shows the sick freaking world we in and why we carry guns.
Yeah. Then you got this idiot.
Find him and he actually pulls his gun on a cop or even another armed citizen, and they just fucking kill him quickly.
Yeah. He was a sick guy. Ain't no doubt about it.
How much do you want to bet that right now, as we're sitting here talking, and probably even hours ago, whenever this first happened, how much would you like to bet that he's already got attorneys that are willing to donate their time because he's a sick individual? His mental health is not right. I mean, it's just,
you can't be too smart. You can't be too healthy in the head to do something like that anyway.
Yeah, that's why hopefully he'll pull his gun out and somebody ends it right there.
Yeah, save the taxpayers a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Rick, what's up, dude?
What's happening?
You make it out of the woods?
I got out of the woods just 5 minutes ago. I figured out how to get back to my house. That's a lot of good shit talking on that one. I like that. That was awesome.
The back porch light finally kicked on. You was able to find your way back.
I was all, damn it, it's over there, son of a bitch. I was reading everybody's comments.
Yeah, there's a lot of good comments on that one. That was good.
I wasn't off by very many numbers. I didn't go back and really check, but I think it all ended up about 30. I might have gave you a couple extra. I don't know. I never said I could count.
I understood the problem. You walking through the woods and you trying to just make up. It wasn't a list of facts you had to give out. It was just 30 facts, period. So you're just having to kind of just think up different things. And I totally got it. I can say, hey, shit, I've done the same damn thing. I wouldn't have known where I started and where I ended. So it's like you're just wide open. All right, we got to fuck with them.
The plan was I wrote 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way down to 30, and I was going to keep moving my thumb over every time, and then I'd be like stepping over a bush or something, trying to hold the camera and shit. And I might have skipped a couple. Oh well. Yeah, the Redneck Pepper gave me one extra. He said, I got some Widowmakers. I looked at most of them the other day, but I got one that's wedged in a tree that ain't gonna fall nowhere, and a few extras. There's a few that could be cut down, but you know what happens when I get a chainsaw in my hand?
Be on call, TR. Just have TR on your speed dial, Rick.
Yeah, speed dial.
Give me a text or a call so we can line up, make sure I'm off work.
Yeah, are you off work today, TR? Okay, good. I'm gonna cut some trees down. Hey, Don. Hey, Blue.
How you
What's
doing,
up,
Rick?
Doing good. Got a lot of great people out there in the external, I see.
Yeah, I was debating on whether to do this one or not, being it was Easter Sunday, but so far it looks like we got a pretty good crowd. There's about 63 people out there, so that's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, I guess enough people's relaxed and ate all the Easter eggs and chocolate bunnies and kicked back now.
Sleep it off now. What'd you guys think of the Moab bomb that Trump dropped on them ISIS boys the other day?
I like how he's doing shit. He doesn't announce it to the world first and tell people, look, if you don't do this, we're going to do this. He just fucking does it.
Don, I think if one's good, two's better.
Yeah, he should have just carpet bombed the whole blame thing, just dropping them ever so often along there.
Especially since that was ISIS targets. As far as I'm concerned, ISIS, Al Qaeda, the Syrian rebels, the only way you're going to deal with them is freaking annihilate them. I mean, treat it like you got roaches. You can't persuade them away. The only way you can get rid of them is you got to kill every damn one of them.
Well, the Syrian rebels, the U.S. is backing them. They accidentally killed 18 of them the other day.
Yeah. Yeah, but the bad thing about the Syrian rebels is they're freaking ISIS and Al Qaeda.
You guys see
got to wear my
moderate rebels are they started off being Al Qaeda.
that? I guess it was infrared where they showed the bomb from the top. You know, when it went down and how the percussion just blew out and then sucked back into that big cloud. That was awesome, man. It was just like, wow. Mile diameter, the percussion on that thing.
I mean, I'll go ahead and give you my political stance. I'm not for overtaking Assad, overtaking Syria, overturning the government. But as far as ISIS, Al Qaeda, or any other group like that, and the rebel group is trying to take over damn Syria, that's ISIS and Al Qaeda. That's who's fighting Syria, Assad. So anybody that's supporting that, which is us, we're supporting them here and we're shooting them over there. I don't agree with it. It's bullshit. If you look into it, it's not hard to see. That's all political horse shit. We need to stop it. Get the hell out of Syria. Other than blowing up ISIS, I'm just going to throw it out there. We should team up with Russia, annihilate ISIS. I mean, if it moves, if it's got black on, fucking kill it. Annihilate it and then get the fuck out of the Middle East. That's it. It ain't going to happen, but that's the only answer. Other than that, it's going to be World War III eventually.
Somebody out in the external put that the dropping the mother of all bombs was a message to North Korea. Fuck, they can't. Half their shit doesn't even fire.
Well, and that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Guinevere posted the U.S. has 19 of them left. Their shelf life runs out in 2018. Trump has 1 year to use them up.
You know, from what I was seen about when they tested them and when they come up with that, I had a feeling they had something to do with that they was just trying to use them up. And so, yeah, I could see them using them more. Plus, I also seen something, I didn't really dig into it, and I didn't fact check it, that those tunnels they were in, they may have expanded them, but that we built them. So we knew what it took to take them out. So that's probably why they use it to start with anyway. there was enough facts out there that the CIA and the United States has actually or built those tunnels years ago. So whether that's true or not, don't matter. Fuck it, if you got bombs and it's ISIS, they waving the black flag, and they got the little mask on, fucking kill them. Kill them all, thank God sold them out.
Mm-hmm. Was that you that posted that?
Starting to feel that way about these what is it? Anti-fast? What is it? All the damn whatever they are that go after all these damn like a United States celebration or a Trump trip, whatever. All the people with the black mask and stuff that start attacking the people that's trying to have not even a protest, just a demonstration, and they come out there and they're anti-fascist is what they say, when in fact they are the fascists. As far as I'm concerned, they need to put a damn open season on their fucking ass too.
Well, that was out in Berkeley, California there, I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm,
exactly. Them old vets put a hurting on some of them boys. I seen this one old girl, she had a stick, she was just wailing the heck out of one of them. About time the right starts fighting back on some of this stuff, you know.
Well, they need to. I say that's why we need more states with open carry. So when we do a demonstration of it was a peace demonstration or something, or free speech. That's what it was, free speech. Have a damn gun strapped to your side. Come at me. Come on. We'll stop this shit. We'll nip this in the bud.
Mm-hmm.
It won't take but one event, and that shit'll stop.
Well, there's a lot of that crap goes on out there at that Berkeley anyway.
Exactly. What were you guys talking about right before I jumped in about someone shooting somebody in the head or something?
Yeah, we're not going to show that video again, but I think it was Cleveland, Ohio, some fella, apparently just by the video that I watched, broke up with a girlfriend, or the girlfriend broke up with him, and he got on Facebook Live, walked up to some old fella, I'm going to guess late 70s, early 80s, old fella, like just kind of hobbling down the street, walked up to him, says basically, can you say some chick's name? And he's like, what? Can you say this chick's name? And he said the girl's name, and the fellow said, or the guy says, well, you can thank her for this. And he pulls a gun out and shoots him right in the head.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. And I made the mistake of like watching the video and putting it on screen share, and it was pretty fucked up.
Oh, you did that on here?
Yeah.
Luckily, being that there's so much bandwidth being used, it was real choppy, so it wasn't that well seen.
Back to Fun Fisher chats.
Yeah. No shit.
We'll see you next Tuesday on the Fun Fisher chat.
This one might get flagged.
I think Blue does that shit on purpose because he likes doing these chats for you sometimes.
You fill in. But what's your guys' honest opinion on North Korea? Let them run their mouth and just keep doing what they're doing? I mean, because that's all that they've been doing for, Christ, what, 4 or 5 years now? Just, we have nukes. We're going to do a test. Oh, we have nukes. We're going to... And then the fucking South Korea and China gets all in a fucking panic, and they fucking line the borders. And it's like, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah, I think they're just bullies, or I think they're trying to be bullies. But they're such a small country. Yeah, they might actually could pop something off toward one of our bases, especially a satellite base. They may could even throw a nuke over to the United States. But how many minutes would it be before their entire country was burnt earth?
Didn't Hillary Clinton say it was like 6 minutes? Pretty sure Hillary said that.
Texas is bigger than North Korea. Texas is bigger than most countries in the world, but
he's a crazy little dude, though.
Yeah, but I still don't think they're that stupid. I wouldn't think they're that stupid. If they are, like I said, they could do some damage. They really could. They could screw with us, but
yeah, but it's not about them being stupid. It's about him being an idiot and basically being able to do whatever the hell he wants.
Can you hear me, TR?
No, we can't hear you.
All right. I got the AC going in the background. You guys hearing that?
Nope.
Perfect. Sorry I'm late. Computer did an update.
Did you see what Guinevere put up? North Korea is like a special ed student talking trash. Not sure if it's okay to beat them up or not. Oh, I'm going straight to hell for repeating it, and she's going.
Yes, you are. I saw it, but I was just hoping you'd say it again.
I didn't say that shit because that disappears after the chat's over with. Nope, no evidence. I didn't say it.
Nope, I don't remember that.
It was all blue. I just don't get it. I can see you trying to keep them in check, but I don't see open warfare with them. I don't see going that far with it.
Right. Until they actually like offensively launch something at somebody, what they're doing now is just bullshit, stupid talk. I mean, yeah, let them do their thing and keep them in check somewhat, like just keep an eye on them, but and have the defenses ready just in case the crazy little bastard is actually dumb enough to fire one off, so you can blow it up before it gets out of their atmosphere, but and then kill them. But yeah, I agree.
And I also seen a headline. I didn't read the whole story. Even though we've kind of made threats and stuff, it was said that if North Korea actively attacks anybody, then we will retaliate. It wasn't just if they test fired a nuke or they test fired an ICBM. If they actually attack somebody, then we would retaliate, not just because they done a test. All that got all misconstrued and headlines got thrown out by CNN and everybody else that, this was going to happen if they done this, and it's all bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
The United States official statement was if they attack somebody, we would retaliate.
But the one thing I can actually see them doing with all these failed missile launches is planning a missile launch to look like a failed missile launch and hit something. You know what I mean? That's an possibility. I mean,
I'm sorry, guys. This thing's coming at you. I didn't mean to hit the button. Sorry. I don't know where it's going. It's acting on its own.
I could actually see them doing that and be like, "Oh shit, no, we didn't mean to do that. It was another fucking another fucktard issue that we just had."
They was on Fox News today. They was talking to KT McFarland. She's one of the deputy directors or something, defense or something. And they asked her if the U.S. had anything to do with the failure of that. She wouldn't answer. She says, "I can't answer that, but there has been cyber sabotage on stuff like that." Basically, is what she said. She didn't say we had anything to do with it officially. But she couldn't do that, but could have happened, I guess.
Yeah. Threw a little laser action over there. Did some stuff.
Just look at the Cold War area, Cold War era. Fucking UFOs were flying down and shutting down nuclear silos. I mean, maybe that's what's happening over there in North Korea. You got ET coming down.
That's it.
It's got to be ET.
Anything is possible. Could be the land lizards too, coming out of the earth.
I forgot about them.
Well, you guys don't remember, but back in the 50s when I was in school, during the Cold War era, they always taught us in the classroom, if you hear the sirens, you know, all this stuff, to duck under your desk. In a nuclear thing, what's that going to do for you? It ain't going to do nothing for nuclear bomb drops on you. What good's hiding under the desk? I never could figure that out. Now that I'm adult, I thought, well, that was kind of stupid, you know?
That's just so the teachers can run to the bunkers real fast. So you guys wouldn't be in the way.
Yeah. I'll never forget 1959. We was living in Chicago. White Sox won the, I can't remember if they won the pennant or the series. And, you know, the sirens was going off all over the city, and everybody just knew it was a bombing coming in from Russia or whatever, you know. I remember that. That was in 59. Yes, I'm an old man, guys, okay?
Old man's better than a dead man, right?
There you go.
Man, look at all these great people out here.
This is like my absolute favorite sign that I've ever purchased. It's an actual, it's from the Cold War era, where, you know, every bank and, you know, major, I don't want to say infrastructure, but it basically, it's what it was. You know, you drive around town, and we still have buildings that are up that have the.
Hey, Blue.
This is the best sign.
Hey, Blue. Let me show you my fallout shelter sign. Check out the capacity.
Pesting me.
Me.
One, two, Rick.
There you go, buddy. I even got my shirt on. I finally got to wear it. Damn.
I ain't gonna get mine, but I do have it. I got a pretty tight group. It's only about that far. It's just a little bit off target and to the left a little bit. Because
I needed one more bullet, and then I could have had one in each pizza section.
I got the lines lined. I got the scope lined up when it was dead bullseye, and then I just jerked the freaking trigger because I knew it was going to knock me back anyway. And that's the third time I've shot that gun. You were going to hurt me, but
Got to talk Blue into doing a PA Mageddon or something a little further up north.
Actually, years ago, I actually said that I was going to try to go out to the in-laws farm and blow some stuff up and get some people up. But yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen, because we always get in trouble whenever we blow stuff up in 4th of July. So it's not quite out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
How about if we just catch it on fire? We don't blow anything up. We just catch it on fire.
All right, help me understand this, Blue. All these fireworks we get in West Virginia come from Pennsylvania. And it's not the kind of stuff you're buying at south of the border in the Carolinas. This is the real stuff that goes bang and boom.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you have a fireworks problem? You're supplying half of the East Coast out of Pennsylvania.
As a Pennsylvania resident with a Pennsylvania ID, I cannot walk into a Pennsylvania fireworks store and purchase fireworks. I have to go to Ohio.
But I can drive up and buy those big mortars and all that stuff.
Yep, and I can drive to Ohio and buy it, but I cannot buy it in PA.
All right.
Yep.
I just remember the cops taking my fireworks away when I was a kid.
Yeah, I don't understand the rules about that, but I know that whenever I go to Ohio to buy it, I can purchase damn near. I mean, Christ, we're buying. I know 3-inch mortars, and I think is 6 the biggest or 5, and we usually get a couple. Whatever the biggest are, we get a couple of those. we go to Ohio, we buy them. You sign a piece of paper that says that you're not an Ohio resident and that you are transporting the fireworks directly from the state of Ohio across state lines, which is perfectly legal. However, once you get into PA, if you get caught shooting those, you could be in a lot of trouble. I mean, I don't know. I've dealt with fireworks for years and never, ever, ever, you know, not unless somebody's doing really something stupid. You tell them to knock it off because 35 people are complaining that at 1:30 in the morning they're doing a fireworks display, and then you tell them knock it off and they do it again, we'll take them. But you know,
I remember being a kid behind I grew up in New York, and behind the police department they had these 55-gallon drums full of water. And when the cops would catch you with fireworks, they put you in a cruiser, drive you behind a police station, which was also the fire station, and make you put your fireworks in these barrels of water. And your hands would come up stained pink from all the red ink off the bottle rockets. You get home, and the old man be like, cops caught you, didn't they? Yeah. It was like the Scarlet Letter, pink hands.
Christ, whenever we were kids, our parents helped us do bottle rocket wars with the neighbors. You'd freaking have PVC pipe. You'd stick the bottle. Most of the time, your dad or you, one of the two, would have the piece of pipe on your shoulder like a little like missile launcher, and they'd light it and shove it in the tube, and you aimed it directly at the neighbor. And
hell, my old man would light a merit cigarette and give each one of us a cigarette. Light your firecrackers with this. I'm 7 years old, running around with a cigarette out of my mouth, puffing on it so I can light bottle rockets. Can't play with matches. That's dangerous. Have a cigarette, kid.
That's right. These will kill you way slower.
Yeah, I think times change, I guess.
I call those the before times.
Before liberals really got a hold on us is what it was.
The Whistlers. Was that the one that had a hole in it, and when you lit it, it was a firecracker, and it fucking goes and then fly off? The Whistler.
Hey, Blue, do they still have bottle rockets in PA?
Mm-hmm.
Like
well, I can't. There again, I cannot buy them in PA, but
No.
they have them. But I can go to Ohio and get them.
Because I went down to Florida, and I remember when I was a kid, we stopped at this place called South of the Border, and you could buy a gross of bottle rockets, which I think was 24 packs of 12 packs of bottle rockets, and it looked like a firecracker on a red stick. And last time I went there, you couldn't buy them. They said, nope, those are illegal. You could buy big rockets, but you couldn't get old-fashioned bottle rockets that just shot and then exploded at the other end.
Wow.
They got those kind in Pennsylvania?
That I can't tell you 100. I know that you can buy bricks, but you know they're the standard bottle rockets.
All right, I might have to make a road trip now.
And then, well, even if you're closer to Ohio, I mean, get the bigger. If I remember right, they're called Foxfires. These bottle rockets come on a freaking skewer stick that it's like an 1/8 inch dowel rod, and the freaking rocket on it, and it's probably about that big around and probably about 3 inches long. Those sons of bitches, whenever those take off, I mean, it's like you're shooting something off of the freaking battleship. I mean, whenever those things take off, it's and they just fucking go. And that's what ended our neighborhood bottle rocket wars whenever we got those one year, because the other father was not happy that we shot that at them.
Yeah, the bottle rockets I had was like a string of spaghetti on a red stick.
Yep. That's mostly what we have. The only thing that I can buy in Pennsylvania and shoot off in Pennsylvania are those stupid little fountains. They're maybe about 6 inches tall. They've got it's a circle, and you light it and it like shoots sparks up, and every now and again like a little ball will fly up out of it and go. Yeah, I mean it's so stupid.
It's the same way in Virginia. You can only have sparklers and fountains. I think last year they had big signs up said fireworks are now legal in West Virginia, but I didn't see them selling anything that shot off. But I'm figuring the cops have better things to do on the 4th of July, like go chase after the tracer rounds going up in the sky.
We're out at the farm. That was lightning. That was lightning as well.
There's nothing better, you guys, than going out and getting the snakes. Nothing more exciting than getting the snakes.
I'm going to let that one go.
Only you got to do the whole pack at once, though. You just can't do one.
No, just one at a time.
No.
Rick's in North Carolina. He can't buy fireworks there, but he can come to South Carolina, buy them, and shoot them all night long in North Carolina, but you just can't buy them there.
You guys know what the snakes are, right? It just grows. It's all stupid stuff.
And then you make the fatal mistake whenever you go to clean them up. You go to pick them up to try to move them, and they crumble into your hand, and your hands are black for the next 5 days.
Yeah, Billy needs some tracers.
I'll bet you out in California, those little snakes are even illegal.
Yeah, you can't find those anywhere.
Hell, 4th of July is illegal in California.
Yeah, we go from 3rd to 5th. That's why I can't count very good on that 30 topic.
You celebrate 4th of July in California, they put you on a no-fly list.
Well, you know, it's funny. I got an email from work, or I was at work, and it said TSA. And I was thinking, oh, shit, right? Well, they're a company that's building something down the street. Their acronym was TSA. I thought for sure I was like banned from getting on the plane on the way home or something. And I was like, whew, got lucky. I was just going to blame it on TR anyways. I was just watching them blow up stuff. Just kidding.
Speaking of no-fly lists, we at some point in time have got to talk about United. We have got to do it. That little doctor having his hissy fit, and I'll save my rant from last. But what are your guys' thoughts on the good doctor getting kicked off the flight?
Rock, paper, scissors, gun. Guy with gun badge tells you get off plane. Get off the plane.
They should have done it before they got on. Once you're on a plane, you should be going somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fucked up situation. They shouldn't have drug a guy off the plane, and I hadn't read into it, but it looks like there may be some evidence that he kind of did the whole dramatic thing on purpose. But at the same time, he paid for a ticket. He was in his seat. And then they told him, we're going to let one of our people ride this plane instead of you, so you got to go. Supposedly randomly picked him. I don't know the whole entire story, but they did drag him off the plane and he had a ticket. So that's fucked up on United's part. They fucked up. They shouldn't have done it. He shouldn't have been so dramatic about it. So it's fucked up on both sides. It really is.
Yeah. It would have been way easier, a lot more professional if they would have figured that shit out before anybody boarded the plane. Once you're on the plane, you feel like, okay, I have my seat. I'm sitting in my seat. And I know there's fine print that says basically they can boot your ass off there. But when you're on that plane, you feel like you should. It's bad planning, but they shouldn't overbook either. That's the problem.
I seen on the ticker on Fox News today where United's changing that, where they will no longer put their employees on a flight that's already booked, or they won't replace somebody that's already on the plane. I guess they're changing it. I seen it on the scroll down at the bottom of the screen today.
I mean, bottom line, it is their plane. It is private property. It's no different than if you got a restaurant and you decide, hey, I don't I got these people coming in here, and they're more important to me, and you got to give up your seat. You know, you get the hell out. I don't care if you come back or not. I mean, it's really no different. You can do that. Government, I mean, there is government involved in airline industry, but not to that extent. And they have the right to do that. They have the right to refuse service and kick somebody out of their establishment. That plane is their establishment. That's their private property. They can kick anybody out.
You know what's
did they
worse?
screw it up and do it wrong? Yes, they did. But
you know what's worse than that, though? After the guy got kicked off the plane, right? How would you like being the guy sitting next to that lady that was, oh my God, the whole time? Like, you'd have to sit there for 3 hours listening to her dumbass. I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to get off the plane too because I don't want to listen to her.
My thoughts on it, the whole thing was after the guy found out that he had to get removed from the plane, he was told so many times, you've got to leave, you've got to leave. I equate that to if I invite all of you guys out to my house and one of you guys becomes a dick and I tell you to leave. Fucking leave. It's my house. You got to get the fuck out. Yeah, they told him, would you rather go to jail than to walk up and get out of here? Yes, I would rather go to jail. We'll have to remove you. You're going to have to remove me by force. I'm not leaving. You know, and they're like, oh, well, they knocked him out. They did this. They did that. How else do you get somebody off of a plane that's refusing to leave other than to grab a hold of them and pull them out of their seat? Whenever they pulled him out of the seat is whenever he ended up getting his face hit off of one of the other seats or the armrest. I'm not sure which one it was. And they're like, oh, they knocked him unconscious. Have you guys ever seen an unconscious person hold on to their cell phone as they're being dragged anywhere?
No.
That little fucker held onto his cell phone, acted like he was all unconscious and everything else. And then he runs back onto the plane or not. I don't know if they actually got him the whole way out, but he runs back. I got to go home. I got to go home. I got to go home. And survival. Yeah. The cop doesn't own the plane, but same situation. You have somebody at your house that you don't want at your house and you tell them to leave and you're trying to get them to leave and they get physical and somebody calls the cops. The cops are going to remove that person from your house. That's point blank the bottom way it is. If you don't listen, the police show up, and then if you don't listen, shit happens. And yeah, there was no negotiation skills with this guy. They talked to him. They said, you got to leave. We'll refund your flight. We'll make sure you're on the next one. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. He was not having any of it. And think of the other people that were sitting on that plane that have to make a certain place to get to at a certain time, and how much time that you're wasting fucks up all the other planes that are sitting on the tarmac or waiting to get into pattern. That one person caused such a fuck up. Yeah, I mean, if you don't get up and leave, we're making you leave.
I had the same problem with an emergency landing in Phoenix. We had to land in Phoenix. We were already all the way to almost San Diego. They turned their flight around, landed in Phoenix for some dumbass in the back. I don't even know what happened, but as soon as that door opened, man, those 3 cops hauled ass in there, ripped this dude out, threw him out the back door into a thing, and gone. Boom. And we were 2 hours late for that. I think the rest of us wanted to beat his ass for being late. But yeah, they have to, like Frank L said, take the $800 and get on the next flight. No brainer.
It's the bottom line. It's their property. They have the right to do whatever, not do whatever they want. But if they say you're removed, and the last I looked, and I think you touched on it, Rick, there is fine print on it that says even though you purchased this ticket, circumstances may arise to where you may not fly on this plane that you purchased the ticket for.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to end up with a lot of money over it.
It's just like anything else you do when you click on something on the internet and they got this freaking list of rules and regulations, and at the bottom of it you have to accept, and then they'll let you into the website or whatever it is. You just signed the contract, and if you didn't read it, And if it was in the contract, you know, I mean, like I said, I think both parties handled it bad. But bottom line is, they had the right to take him off the fucking plane, you know. Best thing to do is just not fucking fly anymore. But I know some of us, like Rick, has no choice, you know.
Yeah. And you know what? I fly Southwest for the last 2 years, and there's one circumstance, but they gave you like food vouchers. Here's credits, you know, for your next flight. I mean, it's a good company. They want your business, is what I'm, you know. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, they should have done the whole thing would have been simple and easy on the company if they would have just done it before they boarded.
Right. No, I agree with that. Or told the employees that had to get to wherever, hey, look, this guy's being a dick, or, you know, you guys that need to wait till the next flight out. You know, I mean, that would have been good on the company, but they don't have to. I mean, I agree it was handled poorly. However, I mean, it's just like I keep saying, you know, if I come down to TR's house and, you know, we've known each other for years, and all of a sudden, you know, there's me, TR, and he has his girlfriend there, and I get drunk and I start turning into an ass and, you know, grabbing on his woman or whatever. You know, if he wants to start fighting and doing whatever else, and for whatever reason, I'm not abiding by, hey, get the fuck out, you're being a dick, you know, he has the right to forcefully remove me from his property.
Yeah, but he's got 6 chicks there now, so you don't have to worry about it. He can share them.
Got a Monday, a Tuesday.
Yeah, and just on that note, if this is just for anybody new out there, just an experiment, if you want to try it, whatever. If you can come up with a good catchy video title, go to Google, find you a freaking picture on Google Images of a bunch of hot chicks, hot women, whatever. Throw it on there. You will get views. Now, they probably demonetize it. I'll never make a dime off of it. But it's funny to see because that one video it's almost at 1,200 views.
Is that right?
A little 1-2 minute video. It's got that thumbnail of the hot chicks, and it says 6 chicks move in, or I let 6 chicks move in, or some shit like that. Boom. 1,200 freaking views.
Clickbait.
I think it's funny. That's why I do that every once in a while.
As Cobra Burnout say, clickbait.
Well,
I didn't lie. I got 6 hot chicks in the house.
Yeah, you did.
Did you guys see where this just came out today? United Airlines, they kicked a man and his fiance off of a plane that were headed to their wedding. I think it's Costa Rica or something. Yep, they were headed to Costa Rica for their wedding, and they kicked them off the plane. You want to know why? I don't know if anybody's seen the story or not.
No.
Basically, they go to where their seat is, or like they had 2 side-by-side seats. There was a dude sleeping in one of their seats. So instead of them waking the guy up and being like, hey, you're in our seat, you have to move, they like went a couple rows up to where there was nobody sitting, and they sat down. And instead of any explanation, anything else, they just kicked them off. And they got off and got on another plane, still made their wedding and everything. But I mean, I guess it doesn't take much to get kicked off a plane.
Let's see, that's fucked up. That one I have a problem with. Mm-hmm. The other one I don't have as much of a problem with. It was just handled wrong. But it's like, did they not speak the fucking same language? I mean, could you not say, this isn't your seat? Well, yeah, but there's somebody sleeping in our seat. Could you remove them and we'll get in our seat? Here's my ticket.
Yep.
You know, I mean, how easy would that have been?
Yep.
You know,
they completely kicked them off the plane because they were not in their proper seats. It was like, what the fuck? I agree with you on that one, TR. That's, you know, if it becomes an issue.
And I've done that in the past. I've been I've flown several times. It was back when I was in the military, and they was popping me back and forth between. Most, if you don't know, the military uses commercial airlines flights when they fly people around. Well, at least in the Navy, anyway. And I've been on flights where hell, there wasn't freaking 20 people on the whole fucking plane.
Mm-hmm.
And once it took off, it's like, fuck it, I want to sit over there. I want to look at that window. The wings in a way, I can't see outside. Let me back up 5 seats, and just move to another damn seat. It's like, well, ain't nobody on here. What does it matter?
Yeah, once the door closes, fuck it.
The only time I was ever on a plane, and I don't remember what airline we flew, but we flew to Florida, and not the flight down. The flight down, I was so fucking scared. I couldn't sleep. I mean, I wanted to, but I couldn't. The flight back, because we were in Florida all fucking week, and it was a week long of drinking, and oh my God. But I got on the plane in Florida, and it was a straight shot to Pittsburgh. And it was a 4-seater. Or no, it was 3 seats on one side of the aisle. I think it was 3. But anyway, it was some girl I didn't know, me, and then the wife. And I ended up falling asleep with my head over on the other girl's arm. She never did nothing. She didn't push me over or nothing. She just let me sleep.
You can come up with a lot of stories on an airplane, let me tell you. So from California to Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, these 2, right? So there's 3 seats on one side, 3 seats on the other, and there's a guy in an aisle seat, and then the girls in the other aisle seat, a space, and then me. And the whole time they had to talk. They knew everything about everybody the whole time and talking loud. I was like, man, dude, your ears are, pop your ears so you're not yelling. Crazy. The whole way, 4.5, 5 hours of yapping and yapping. I don't understand. By himself.
I just did my my work trip. I had to go out to China, 15 hours, and had an aisle seat. They changed my boarding pass, put me on a window seat for 15 hours. And I said to these people, I was like, I'm almost 50. You want to swap with me? I'm going to get up a few times during this flight. They were like, nope. 2 people to my right. It's like, all right, every hour on the hour, get up. Got to go pee. For 15 hours. I'd stay standing for 30 minutes. Oh, they're asleep. Get up. I want to sit down.
There you go.
So you were
It was
on
the worst flight.
You were on one flight for 15 hours straight. Like there was no, like you flew into another airplane or airport, refueled, got up, moved around. It was 15 hours.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a scientist, Blue, but my wife took me to the airport about 5 o'clock in the morning. Took a 2-hour flight to New York. Waited 4 hours. Got on a flight from New York to Guangzhou, China, at 11:30. And I was on that plane for 15 hours. And there's only so many movies you can watch. And right when I was ready to become a Fox News alert, I'm looking at this screen. It's like 10 hours done, 5 to go. I was like, man, that's like a full work day.
That's a long time.
I was finished, man. That was the longest flight I ever took. But 15 straight hours.
I did a flight similar to that down in Argentina, and they fed you 3 times. I knew there was something wrong. When you get fed on an airplane 3 times, you've been on an airplane too damn many.
We had 3 meals and 2 snacks and about 6 beverage servings.
Yeah. I was like, this is wrong. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner on an airplane.
Now, coming home was 13 hours. But here's the part I don't get. If you put me in the air in a hot air balloon and I don't go anywhere, 12 hours, I should be over in China, right? Because the world is turning. I'm in New York. got a rocket under my ass, blasting me across the North Pole. It took me 15 hours to get 12 hours away. I can't figure this out.
And if you catch the right air current in a fucking hot air balloon, you'd be there sooner.
Right. I can remember looking out of the window and seeing like ice cap.
Yeah, you'd be
when you cross that
too.
And I'm thinking, I'm looking at the little map, and the map kept crashing. We're over Russia. This is a big country. 7 hours to go. Wow, we're over China. I'm like, holy shit. I feel like I'm crossing the planet here. I'm going around 6 or 7 times.
Yeah. I think we talked about this one time before. Later, Don.
Bye, Don.
When I went to Saudi Arabia, it's fucking 24 hours. It's like, how is that freaking possible? Even though it is on the other side of the world, like you say, the fucking Earth's rotating. How the hell can it take 24 hours to get 12 hours away time-wise, you know? 300 miles an hour or whatever the fuck we're flying at.
ATR.
We took off. I left from Beijing.
Series or the
come
flat
home. And be at night on a Friday. Flight landed 8:30 at night Friday. What happened to yesterday's tomorrow? I landed on the same day I left.
Yeah, that shit trips you out if you go that way.
Oh, is that what you were saying, Blue? The Earth's flat.
That's why it took so long. You're flying around the edge instead of going straight across.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
That damn flat Earth came back and bit you in the ass. 24 hours? In 24 hours, I mean, literally, I mean, if you think about it, though, if you're on a plane for 24 hours, even with like a layover or refuel, you should be back where you started in 24 hours.
Yeah.
And then some.
Well, after 2 weeks in China, I got home. I told my wife, I was like, I gotta go to West Virginia and I'm taking 3 days going to the retreat, get my redneck on. I did make some progress on the off-grid solar power project.
I saw that.
I kind of screwed up with that project. I pulled a building permit, and I probably shouldn't have.
Oh, I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, you know, in West Virginia, if it's not connected to your house, you can pretty much do anything you want. It's just $25. And when you're looking from the road, you cannot miss these 3 panels I put on that pipe. And they got these 2 ladies that all they do is drive around in a county car and take pictures. They're going to see that. All right, let me go just pay the $25, get the permit, and I'll be good because it's not touching the house. And the lady down at the county building's like, you need an electrical inspection. I was like, shit. So now I got to do everything right. I got to call for an inspector. That project and turned it into like a problem for me. Now I got to do it right. But I'm almost done. I think 2 more days, 2 more full days out there, I'll get that finished.
You'll be glad it's done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was supposed to be done last October. And then I tripped over a couple 12-packs, and that was the end of that.
Did you see my comment on your video about making sure you put some type of screen up around the top there where you have the little vent or you have the gap?
Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to go back and do that. I see your point. Full of wasp right now anyway. They got it into the tubing for the panels. I mean, the idea of that piece of sheet metal is just to keep the heat off the box, but still let the gas escape when it's charging. And I got white metal flashing that I'm going to wrap around the box. I just ran out of time this weekend.
Yeah, just I don't hate bees. I hate yellow jackets, hornets, that type of shit. And I can just see that being a perfect little hive for them. And that would suck if you go to, you go in there to do your maintenance on your batteries or whatever, and all of a sudden now you got to fucking spray it and wait and spray it and wait.
No, you're right. I mean, this past weekend, the stink bugs are out. Those fucking things. And I pulled 2 ticks off me. I thought it was a little early for ticks, but I looked down at my sleeve and there's a tick walking across the sleeve. I was like, oh boy, here comes the Lyme disease.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Same thing. I went out with well, it's the wife's uncle. We found an old foundation out in the woods, and we decided to take the metal detector down there. I ended up picking 3 of them little fuckers off me already, and it's like, man, it's gonna be a bad summer.
And I got 6 cans of 40% DEET in the house. You think I would have been bright enough to, put some on me? But I think the fruit trees will do well this year. I got about 16 fruit trees. None of them died over the winter. They're all blooming. Maybe I'll get an apple.
All right, get quiet for a minute. Sorry, I was typing. Bad Billy asked if anybody done wind power for generator. I don't know how many people's looked into wind generators, but those son of a bitches are noisy as hell. And if it was an actual grid down situation, you would hear that son of a bitch for miles, I think. Now, if there was no noise.
Are you talking about the large turbines, or is it also like the smaller windmill type?
Just the small ones that like use an alternator type deal. That son of a bitch, when they wind up, it's there's a turbine going off. I mean, it's the blades are making noise, the generator's making noise, they make a lot of noise. And even the hydro, they may even make some noise, but I think you could box it in and hide the noise. If you have a small creek, did hydropower, you could probably, make a little building to dampen these sound. But the wind turbines I've seen, wind generators, whatever, those damn things make a lot of noise. They're loud. I mean, I ain't saying they're too loud to use now. I'm just saying if it was a true shit hit the fan situation, you wouldn't want that son of a bitch going because it would attract way too much attention. Just my opinion. Where I'm at, I couldn't ever think about wind or hydro anyway. I don't have water. I'm in the woods. I don't have wind. So
I could do it at my location, but I got the solar as well. And every time I look at the cost on it, you have to have 2 charge controllers that talk to each other if you're mixing wind with the solar. So one's the master, one's the slave, and it kind of keeps track of what the other one's doing. And then you need what they call a load diverter, because the wind actually makes too much. You need a place to burn it off. Yeah. So there's a big panel full of resistors on it to burn it off. And I'm not ready to go down that road.
Yeah, that's a whole different road, ain't no doubt. I mean, it's a good option, if you live somewhere where you get the wind coming at you and all that, but just something to think about. They're very noisy. I mean, very noisy. Like I said, right now it's no problem, but if you can imagine if there's no power, there's nothing going on, no cars on the road, no nothing, and you got something that's screeching out freaking 60, 80 damn decibels, I mean, you need earplugs to be near it. Yeah.
You might as well run a generator.
Yeah, exactly.
Or put some grease on it.
It's the like I said, it's the wind, it's the blades of the turbine itself, and it's also the generator itself is actually noisy. It's I don't know how to explain it. If you want to know what I'm talking about, just go to YouTube, look up wind generators, and start watching videos, and you'll hear, somebody's pointing the camera up at their window. Oh, look, I'm making such and such power, and you hear just fucking whining ass turbine noise, loud as fuck.
That's good info, actually.
We talked about doing hydro at your place, Rick, and I ain't sure that you wouldn't get the wind noise off the off the blades, but you still would get that noise off the generator. But in that situation, like I say, you could build a little building around it, insulate it, foam, whatever. You could block that. You could soundproof it. But the wind generator, no.
I thought Rick was in California.
He don't know where he's at. He don't know if he's in North Carolina, South Carolina.
I know exactly where I'm at.
Are you in
this place? 3.5 hours.
Well, I thought you were out in California.
I am. Some days. I work in California.
Well, ain't nothing going to happen out there. It's nothing but rainbows and unicorns.
Yeah, lots of unicorns.
You don't need to prep. You don't need to prep in California. Everything's fine.
Yeah. Between all,
and if it ain't, they'll raise taxes and make it great.
They just did. $2 a pack for cigarettes and fucking I don't remember how much it was for fuel. They raised fuel again because the governor doesn't know how to save money for. Ask WTF SoCal. How much did they just raise fuel?
I know on the diesel, one headline I read, they raised diesel taxes. I don't know what it was, over 100%. They doubled the freaking taxes on the diesel. And they're trying to raise taxes in South Carolina on fuel, but there's a lot of people fighting that. Oh, we need to fix our roads. No, you just need to spend your damn money more wisely. No,
exactly.
You got $70 billion a year already.
That's what happened to the dam. They spent all that money on, what do they call it, sacred cities or whatever the hell it is. Safety zones or bullshit.
If more people drove trucks, you wouldn't have to fix those roads.
If more people drove trucks?
Exactly. We need more dirt roads.
Oh, I'm fine. I got trucks. Every vehicle I own but one's 4-wheel drive.
There we go.
Yeah, Bad Billy. See, that's the thing. If I got all the damn newspapers and put them out, they'd say, "Oh, how bad our roads are in South Carolina." And Bad Billy, he's been to South Carolina, and he wasn't even in the. I don't know where and all you went, Billy. But he said the roads in South Carolina are like landing strips compared to Michigan. So in other words, our roads ain't that bad. Are they perfect? No. They ain't no damn state in the union that probably has perfect freaking roads. But at the end of the year, end of their quarter or whatever it is, our state's probably like no different than any other state. You'll see them repaving dead end roads that they ain't a house on, redoing this over here, just spending money left and right so they get that tax money allotted back to them. So don't tell me they ain't enough damn money. I see it constantly. They're fixing shit and doing stuff all the time. I mean, and then at the end of the year, they'll be repaving some road that don't need to be repaved just so they can burn that money up. Just like every other government agency from state level all the way up to federal do the same damn thing.
If you didn't use
how many people in the military seen them just, well, in the Navy anyway, just push shit off the side of the ship so they can get new shit next year. We need some new F-15s. Push them motherfuckers off the fucking side of the boat. And they do that shit.
Don't we just give it to ISIS now?
Well, it's still running and they give it to ISIS. I've been on bases where they stage shit for that. You'd see all these Humvees and trucks and Jeeps and whatever else. And oh, yeah, they're staging that shit. They're going to dump all that in the fucking ocean. Seriously, I have not shit you not.
I've seen videos where they push shit over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I've talked to some people. They say our taxes ain't that bad. They're pretty in line with some other people and stuff. But one of the excuses for them wanting to raise our gas taxes is we got one of the lowest gas taxes, state gas taxes in the United States. And it's like, well, just because we got low gas tax don't mean that's an excuse to fucking raise it. You should be proud of it. We should be saying, well, you know what? You need to knock like 2 cents off of that. That's too damn much.
Yeah, I remember you were talking about that, saying why when everything's looking good.
Mm-hmm. Damn alignment shops, they need business too. Fuck it.
I think every company does that shit, though. I know even the Girl Scouts, you know, when they're out selling cookies, any of those cookies that don't get sold, they get ran over by tractors and then pushed into the landfill. Perfectly good damn cookies that you could go feed the homeless or bring them over to some VA hospital or something. But no, you got to run them over. Turn them into trash.
Yep, Smoking Locust says he's seen videos of Hummers going over aircraft carrier to the deep. I'm telling you, they do that shit. They've been doing that.
Yep.
Anything you've ever heard of the government, you see them shit can stuff and destroy stuff just so they can burn up the budget. It's like, you know, whatever their budget is. Okay, we hadn't spent this much of it. We have to spend this, so they'll allot us this same amount of budget again. And the Department of Transportation in South Carolina is no different. I've seen them repave a road that not one freaking house was on. And the road didn't do anything. It was just left over from where they redone some roads. You know, it wasn't half a mile long. And it's like, why are they repaving that road? There's no freaking houses, no nothing.
All right.
No, we got to spend money.
All right, TR. I want
to
to share the picture that my buddy took this weekend out at the retreat location. Let me see if I can share this out right. All right. I'm going to hit share. All right. You should be able to see yourself now, right?
Yeah.
You see the picture of the deer?
With the balloon?
Yeah, it says, get well soon.
Oh, that's just funny right there.
That was on Main Street.
That's pretty damn funny.
Now, in your guys' states, do they still pick dead deer up off along the road, or they let them sit there and rot?
They don't sit long. Not in West Virginia.
Around here, their newest thing is it's not the game commission's responsibility to clear them from the roads. So PennDOT comes along with some lime or lye, whatever you want to call it. Not lime, it'd be lye. And they sprinkle it all over the deer and they just fucking let it there.
in South Carolina, I don't know what division, I don't know who does it, but roadkill, period, doesn't last long. Within 2 days, if you see something dead on the side of the road, within 2 days, it's usually gone. Now, I can't say that damn crows and buzzards didn't pick it and that's why it's gone, but I know that we do have people that go around picking up roadkill.
Shit, in West Virginia, 2 hours, it's in a pot.
Well, hell, within 2 hours, it's still good, ain't it?
It's just tenderized.
You're fighting with the police. They say you can't have it. They're like, I'm going to cook that. No, we got to take that. It's going in the pot. That's jerky.
Yeah, no shit. Nice back straps. Damn.
Yeah, Yankee 4 says DNR does it. Okay, I didn't know who done it, but I know they do have crews that go out, and that's all they do is, well, I would say that's all they do, but I know they go around and pick up roadkill and dispose of it.
Right now, where I'm at in West Virginia, everybody's hunting these mushrooms. Morellas or some kind of brain matter-looking mushroom.
Yeah, it was morels or something like that.
Yeah. That was on the top part of my property about, I don't know, 6 years ago. Rode the four-wheeler up, and there was a county deputy up there. And he had a shopping bag in his hand. So I'm kind of pulling up to the top. He goes, "What are you doing here? You belong here?" I'm like, I'm not sure. I don't know. I own the place. All right. He was mushroom hunting. I was getting a little nervous. I was like, hey, I think this is my property, but I'll take off now.
Yeah. Take your mushrooms and see ya.
I was looking.
Yeah, there's a certain times of the year that those hit, and everybody's crazy about them. I've had some people ask me about them on my property, and I'm like, I've never seen any, but and unless I got a really good reason to climb that hill, I don't go up there.
So there could be 0 or 500 of them.
Yeah, I don't know. If you want to come up here and look for them, you can go right ahead. I know about 20 feet from my front door is my truck, and I can drive to the grocery store and buy mushrooms. I know that's not the right prepper freaking thing to say, but I live on a freaking hill now. I ain't climbing that damn thing for a couple of damn mushrooms.
Oh, these are special mushrooms.
Hey, TR, don't feel bad. I've yet to see a freeze-dried food company say, hey, here's our greatest product, freeze-dried mushrooms. Spend $900 to get a bucket of these in your basement.
Yeah, exactly.
And I love mushrooms. Don't get me wrong, but
I'll open a can of fucking mushrooms, and like if it's canned mushrooms, I'll open it up and eat them right out of the damn can. Or like, you know how you buy the mushrooms? They're like, I don't know, not dried, but they're just regular mushrooms that you get at the grocery store. I'll get a freaking container of those, and I'll sit there and eat those. I fucking love mushrooms.
Those are called fresh, Blue. Fresh mushrooms.
Oh, they're good. I love them.
yeah, like portobellos. I mean, hell, you could you throw a little Worcestershire on them, a little olive oil, grill them up. Hell, they taste like steak. Get the big ones.
I thought you were going to say throw some whiskey on them. You know, throw some Worcestershire
on that.
That video of Pops had of all the booze.
Yeah, he missed my tequila bottle. It was in the fridge.
I forgot the freaking Fireball was even there. I would have had some of that while I was there.
Oh yeah, I would have partaken in some of that. But that's the
It's
thing.
quite a bar you got there.
The wild mushrooms, though, I don't know about you guys growing up, but me growing up, I was always told as a kid, do not eat the mushrooms because they'll kill you. Do not eat this. Do not know mushrooms. And that kind of shut me down from them to the point where I haven't even looked to see what edible mushrooms look like. You know, I mean, it's just been drilled into your head as a child that you don't eat them.
Yeah, me too. The morels, or however you pronounce it, I've seen enough pictures of them. I would know those if I saw them. But to be honest, I've never seen one in the wild. I've never looked for them either. But, you know, I ain't saying, hell, I may have them on my property. Maybe I should go up there and look. I don't know, but videos I need done, shot. So I ain't got time to be tramping around the woods. For $2, I can get a damn pack of mushrooms, you know, that all I need. For $2, I'm not going hiking up a damn hill.
Those ones you're talking about, though, TR, are very expensive.
Yeah, Robin Jones just put in the external $35 a pound for mushrooms.
Maybe I need to go look for them. Yeah, but you know how many mushrooms it would take to get a pound?
Wet them down, just like we do whenever we get somebody with weed. Put some water in it so it makes it expand and, you know, way more.
Put some lead sinkers in it, like when you're catching fish. How much does this thing need to weigh?
Freaking 10-gallon trash bag to make a pound, probably.
And by the way, I was kidding about the weed comment, but one time we had this dumbass that took it would have literally, and I think they ended up getting it down to a small amount, but we showed up at the door for something and he threw all of his weed in the fucking toilet and flushed it, and it stuck to the sides instead of going down the toilet. And I don't know who the fuck it was, had enough whatever ambition, probably a rookie, to fucking go in there and scoop all that fucking weed out of the toilet, put it in a fucking bag and weighed it up, and it put him in for distribution. And that's what he got charged with because of the weight. Water was, that has happened once that I know of, and but it ended up going down to, you know, personal use. But I don't even fuck with weed that much anymore.
That's why you gotta function check a toilet before you use it.
Will this get rid of my stash? Yes or no? Completely different subject. I just saw this movie the other day. Blew my fucking mind. I love John Goodman, and I think I like John Goodman because he was in Roseanne. But 10 Cloverfield Lane. Have you guys watched that movie?
That movie's great.
I actually am still waiting to see that movie.
Okay, well then I won't ruin it, but watch that movie. It's like Us with a psychotic twist, like Snapperhead or something.
Thank you for that clarification, Blue.
Yeah, it is. It's like Us with a fucking twist. That fucking movie was wow.
No, that's what I heard too. I heard it's got a crazy ending to it.
I like them in the Big Lebowski. Is that how you pronounce it?
Mm-hmm.
That's him, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
48, 45 out. Do y'all know people not believe in America or whatever the hell?
Well, I thought of you guys over the weekend. I kind of feel a little guilty, but I ordered a load of water and had my tanks topped off. I was up at the top of the property, and the water truck came by, and I was like, I'm at half a tank in each tank. All right, I'll take a load. I went 3 years without doing it, but I caved. Gave the guy $100. He filled up both my tanks. I broke down.
Have you been getting a lot of rain there this year or no?
It's a lot of rain, but the first year I put the rainwater collector up, I put everything online, and pollen came out, and the pollen passes through the filters. So I wound up having to have to clean out the tanks. So I probably got to wait another 5 weeks to let the pollen pass before I start collecting, which is why I didn't pass up the opportunity for 1,800 gallons worth of water for $100. It's like, shit. All right, here's the money. I just won't make a YouTube video about it.
Yeah. Well, it's better to be safe than sorry. I mean,
Well, it's not hunting season anymore. Where I just go out there now, the girls come out and the family comes out, and they run those showers. With 3 daughters, the toilets are in a perpetual state of flush. So I figure I need. I figure I need to have those tanks topped off.
Does the water go clockwise or counterclockwise?
I want to say clockwise. I'm not sure.
All right, I've got to ask, Calms, what the hell are we looking at whenever you're talking?
Oh, I got rid of the avatar and I just pointed the camera at the HF radio, the waterfall.
Right.
So, because, yeah, that's what you're looking at. It's the Radio Shack.
Nobody ever watches these chats, so you might as well just turn the camera around and put it on yourself.
No. I got to deal with the wife. No faces, no pictures. That was the agreement when I made the channel. So I'm living true to that. What, 6 years into it?
TR, don't tell him, but just tell him that we're gonna go offline, and but just don't. He'll fall for it.
Hey, keep her happy.
Hey, I can go get the Green Army Man. It's downstairs in the mantle.
No, not the Green Army Man again. No.
I found those at like 3-inch height. I was looking on eBay to get one, and there was some company making them. All those Army men we played with when we were kids, in large size.
How big?
The radio guy was 3 inches tall.
They're all that tall.
No,
Nah, they were like a half-inch tall. You melted them with a magnifying glass, and you shot them with a 22.
yeah, remember the little army guy? I mean, you got to pack.
Yeah, I guess 3. I don't know. That's still small. I was thinking it was like this, like a foot tall or something.
no.
Yeah, when I talk to G.I.
The
Joe,
original ones were maybe an inch, so that's maybe 3 times as tall, maybe.
There goes.
I mean, not huge, but
yeah, you can electrical tape of M80 to like the bazooka guy and light it off, and he flew across the yard.
Shoot him.
I ask most women, they think that's 6 inches. That's what guys have been telling them.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's how Rick measures, obviously.
This is 3 feet. That's 3 feet right there.
that's why they're bad drivers. They can't judge distance.
Back up 3 inches, honey. She's like, whoa.
Hey, Blue, you don't like my waterfall on the radio?
Oh, I was just wondering what it was. I was like, I didn't know.
There you go.
All right, back to the one.
Calms is banned.
Yep.
Hey, I got that for my toilet.
Is that the little bullseye sticker that you stick in there?
No. There we go. More gooder.
No. A Ruger precision rifle. I have a Tactical Solutions.
Damn, change the subject. Well, you started talking about guns. Pops, him Rob's going CZ crazy, ain't he?
He's gonna fucking CZ crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They're nice. They're nice pistols, man. I wouldn't mind having one.
His tricked out Glock had the shittiest pattern I've ever seen of a pistol. I bet a High Point would shot a better pattern than that.
You know what's funny is when I shoot my son's VP9, I can shoot that better than my Glock all day long. But I'm such a, like once, even like say you bought a truck X, right? And everybody's driving truck Y, and your truck X is a piece of shit. You're still going to drive truck X because fuck your buddies.
Hey, my SIG jammed twice this weekend. First time ever.
Wow.
Blame it on the round.
I've had that
ammo.
thing 10 years. I got a 228 and didn't extract the shell.
Might be time to clean it.
Either
I was
clean
thinking-
it or
I was thinking about it, but I decided to put it back in the safe.
see. Okay,
I'm not a big stickler for cleaning guns. I'll shoot my gun until they start giving me problems, unless I'm carrying it. And then I'll start, no, maybe it's time to clean this one. You know.
I get the best of intentions. Then I get in the lazy boy, and I'm like, yeah, I get that tomorrow.
serious question for you guys. With a pistol, when do you? I mean, I realize if you start malfunctioning and stuff, that's whenever you like change the spring and do that other stuff. But does anybody do like a maintenance? Like, oh, I've put about 15,000 rounds, whatever through. I better change the spring before something happens. Do any of you guys do that?
I do with mags.
I've done it with
No,
gas. I've done it with gas rings on the AR.
I don't shoot as much as people probably think I do. And no, not just for maintenance, like routine. Yeah, this one's going through this many rounds. I better start changing stuff. No, I hadn't done that. I mean, I have changed springs and stuff in guns, but it was because of performance issues.
I still think you should shoot that chicken.
I got to have reproductive capabilities.
Okay, so here's a question for you, TR, because I was out at the retreat this weekend, and my neighbor who grew up in that holler his whole life started raising chickens, and he had 17 chicks that finally got to the right size that they could be put in the normal pen. And he's kind of getting close to killing all the roosters because they're really going to town on his hens where they have no feathers and they're getting kind of bloody. But he still hasn't found a hen that will sit on the eggs that are fertilized to actually get chicks. So his roosters are tearing up the hens to get a lot of fertilized eggs. But in the end, he's having to incubate them himself. So he just did another batch of 17 chicks because we all carried them around this weekend one at a time to introduce them to the normal pen. So do you have hens that will sit on the eggs?
At the moment, no. But if you have too many roosters, I don't know what the correct number is, hens versus roosters, but I'd say one rooster probably for every dozen freaking hens. If you got any more than that, and I'm no expert on it because I don't have that many chickens, the hens will never be rested enough or bored enough to go sit on eggs. If you got 3 or 4 freaking roosters running around trying to fuck everything that's moving, those hens will never sit on those eggs.
Well, that's my question. Do you have the roosters because you want more chicks, or you just want the eggs?
Yeah. I would say, like I say, you need at least a rooster to fertilize eggs. I mean, I don't know what the number is. Like I said, I'm pretty sure one rooster could handle 10 or 12 hens pretty easy. So if you're looking at a dozen chickens, one rooster.
But you'll get,
you got 40. Go ahead.
You'll get eggs with no roosters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you'll get eggs with no roosters.
So
yeah, but he wants to be able to make chicks.
My neighbor keeps buying hens, hoping to find the one that will sit on the eggs, so he doesn't have to incubate them.
Well, like I said, if he's got too many roosters running around, they'll never sit on eggs.
Well, he's got a whole lot less now.
Yeah.
Because chicken salad and chicken sandwich are in the freezer.
like I've never had more than maybe 7 chickens total with one rooster and like 6 hens. And, you know, I've had a couple of hens that would set on eggs. But if you got 3 or 4 roosters running around and maybe a dozen hens, I could see where they wouldn't set on the eggs because that's too many roosters. Roosters will actually end up killing the damn hens or the hens. I don't know how it happened. I had 3 roosters, 6 or 7 hens, and ended up losing 3 chickens because of it, because they was fighting or I don't know what the hell they was doing. But they killed off half my damn flock because I had 3 roosters and only 6 hens.
I think he's got 20 hens and 3 roosters right now.
I still think that's too many roosters.
Yeah, see,
I'm not even sure if 2 roosters would be too. 2 roosters might be too much for 20 hens.
Yeah, their backs are bald, so they're having a good time.
Yeah.
sounds like they need less roosters.
Yeah. Get rid of a couple of roosters, have one, because if a hen starts setting on eggs, they'll actually set on different eggs. Like if there's 2 or 3, you know, little spots you got where they're, you know, little resting or, you know, laying spots, the hen will move around and maybe even set on a couple of different plots. But if nothing else, she'll set on eggs that even she didn't lay. So if only, say she's sitting on a dozen eggs and 3 of them hatch, there you go. You're reproducing, you know.
Well, last week he pulled out 127 eggs.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but when was the last time you checked them?
His old man checks them every day.
Because there
most
was
of the
times when I
chickens
would
lay damn near an egg a day. Well, I say most, but most of the popular breeds will lay an egg a day.
Yeah, Rhode Island Red says about 300 a year.
Yeah.
Some will say 200 depending on the make. The make and the model. As they get older, they'll have less but bigger. So you didn't know I was an eggologist, did you?
I don't know shit about chickens. He came down the house, said, I got 17 new chicks. We got to move into the pen with the other 20. All right. And those roosters got up on the perch and said, fresh meat.
Exactly. I mean, unless I'm really, really worried about it. Like I said, I don't care if I did have 20 or 30 hens. I don't want one rooster. I really don't. I would take my chances because that would give those hens more time to relax and maybe sit on some eggs, and you'd find that, you know, that 1 or 2 that would sit on the eggs. But if you got 3 or 4 roosters running around, 20 hens, those roosters won't give those hens time to damn. They can't stop moving because the roosters are constantly trying to go after them.
Well, now there's 37. 37 to 3.
Can you blame them?
Yeah. I don't know. Even at that number, I think I would. This is just me, but I don't think I'd have more than 2 roosters, even with that. But hens are funny. Either they'll get broody, is what they call it, I think, and they'll lay on the eggs, or they won't. You know.
And they can separate them too. Give them time to relax. Unless they're just ranging.
What do they call that little bay where they lay the eggs?
Roost, I think, maybe. No.
So you go on the outside of his coop, you flip it up, and it's 12 across. And they're packed full of eggs every day.
Yeah.
The shitty part about that is sometimes you'll crack one of those eggs and you find yourself a little magic prize in there. Like, oh man. And if you're cracking them over the same bowl, you're like, son of a bitch, I just wasted fucking 4 eggs. Unless you're like super awesome, you just pull that dead carcass out of there and keep going.
Yeah, I'm all into the prepping and all, but I'm trying to figure out if this is cost effective between the heat lamp in the wintertime, the timers that drop the food down, and the mealworms, and the seed spreaders, and all the shit you got to do to keep these things alive. I'm thinking, I think it might be cheaper to get a dozen eggs.
You're in Virginia, right?
Well, the retreats in West Virginia.
Because TR, you don't put lamps in there in the winter, do you?
Yeah, he does.
No, I don't do shit.
Don't you put you put a lamp right in your house?
No, when those are chicks. When they're chicks and they haven't got their feathers, yeah, but
Oh no, my neighbor's chicken coop has a heat lamp.
it's probably it must get real cold there then.
Oh shit, yeah. Up on that mountain.
Yeah.
When it's 20 degrees down in town and the wind's 60 degrees up there, whole damn house is shaking. And I'm on a block foundation. There's some people up there in stilts. You're sitting there drinking a beer with them, the house is rocking, you're getting seasick.
TR, you put your chick, because that's why you named your last video. You had like 6 hot chicks because you had a heat lamp right in that box, right? You mean you still do it when they're chicks just so they keep their heat?
Yeah, that's just when they're chicks. When you're raising chicks, you got to have a heat lamp. But once they're outside, I mean, here in South Carolina, don't get cold enough to worry about it. I don't do shit in the wintertime. There's not a light bulb, heat lamp, or anything out there. But it is South Carolina. We do have those a week or two every winter where it might be in the 20s and maybe even hit the teens or something like that. But as long as you got several chickens on the roosting post that I got in their coop, they'll bunch up together, and I've never done anything.
Just don't be one of the ones on the end.
We used to raise turkeys too. Those are great, but they eat a lot. No eggs though. Takes too long. By the time they can start laying eggs, those big whites, they're already old as hell and ready to die off.
Yeah, this neighbor's got 4 dogs, and one of his dogs, when he lets out, will go out in 2 foot of snow, roll over on his back, put his feet in the air, and go to sleep. He's got out there a couple of times thinking that dog is dead, had to go wake it up.
That's crazy. Which chicks did you get, Roger? I haven't seen your new video. What kind are they?
According to Tractor Supply, they're black Asians.
Black Asians.
I don't know. There are some black Asian chickens that their meat is actually black. Skin, meat, and all. I don't know if these are that or not. But instead of being little yellow chicks like most chicks are, these were black. They're actually black little chicks.
Huh.
Which was kind of odd. And I was like, well, hell, let's try them. See what they do.
My favorite are the Rhode Island Reds.
Yeah, they're good. They're good chickens.
Yeah.
I like the, what is it, the Bantam Rocks and Rhode Island Reds. Those are good tame chickens. So we'll see with these. I don't know. We're about to end this. I'll go get one right quick. I'll show you what they look like.
Yeah, let's check it out.
He's gonna everybody clickbait. He's gonna bring one of his hot chicks onto screen.
Hot chicks,
Hot chicks.
chicken nuggets.
I'm still just like completely flabbergasted, I guess is the word, that you fucking order chickens and they come through the United States Postal Service.
Oh yeah, and when we used to do 4-H in California, we'd order like probably 200 turkeys, baby turkeys, and they come in the mail. 200 of them. I hear
There
it.
you go. There you go.
Oh yeah.
So you normally when you see baby chicks are yellow, these are black.
Wait, you just go out in your yard and grab a chicken?
No, it's in my house actually.
They're chicks.
Yeah, when I raise the chicks, I do it in the house.
Until they get their feathers.
Yeah, it'll take about 5 weeks. They'll be outside. All right, let me go put it up.
And I'll ask him when he gets back, but I think that he pretty much free ranges his chickens. He doesn't really have to buy feed or anything. They eat all the bugs and everything else out of his yard and whatever else they eat, which chickens are fucking nasty. They go after frogs, snakes. I was impressed. Some of the videos I watched, I was like, damn, they're little pricks. I mean, they're like little dinosaurs.
They like blood, man. I used to shoot the squirrels that would be eating the chicken food, and they go over there and peck that shit. Suck that blood up. Crazy.
So I'm going to try sharing this out, TR. This is the size of the ones we moved this weekend. Where's it? There you go. Can you see that?
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
So he had these in a separate pen, and then moved these 17 over with the other 20.
Those are 2 hens.
Yeah, those are past 5 weeks, I would say.
Yeah, those aren't even old enough to lay eggs yet.
Shit, I don't know. Looks like chicken nuggets to me.
I mean, I let them feather out before once it's getting warmer weather, you still better let them feather out before I'll put them outside. I mean, if I had like a barn or something where I could raise them, I would do that, but I don't have that. So they're in you walk in the front door, there's a little pen and all that shit, and that's what you see.
You giving them that vitamin water, TR?
No, I have done it. I have put the little packets of they sell shit at Tractor Supply. It's got electrolytes and all that shit in it, but I don't always do that. No.
I've done that before, and I've had worse luck than just giving them water because I'll give them too much, kill them right off, get them all electrolyted out.
I just got the baby chick feed, the water, and I just water out of it, and I got city water, so it's got chlorine and shit in it, but which is probably good because if you raise chicks, they somehow get up on a little water thing, they shit in the water and everything else. So
yeah,
chlorine's probably good.
TR, I don't live out at the farm, so I don't know how it actually goes, and I think we've covered this before. But have you ever had a hen that lays an egg and then instantly attacks it and eats it?
I've heard of it, but I hadn't had it happen.
That's because I know that the father-in-law he talks about that all the time. That like it's basically chickens kind of fall into a line and they always go into the same roosting box. And if he finds a roosting box where the eggs are always broken open or there's just shells and no actual eggs, yeah, they kill that chicken instantly because I guess once an egg breaks or something and that chicken eats it, that they'll lay an egg and turn around and eat it instantly, and it's just, and then they'll start attacking the other eggs too as a food source.
It's like a dog. Once a dog ever eats a chicken, either get rid of it or kill it. From what everybody I've ever talked to, if a dog ever eats a chicken, it's around that dog anymore. Because it's like once he gets that taste for blood or whatever it is, he'll never stop.
Mm-hmm.
You can't beat it out of him. He will never stop killing your chickens.
My neighbor's dogs have eaten half a dozen of his chickens.
Yep.
But they're the ones who fly over the fence that divides them.
I mean, some dogs, if you raise them with a chicken, I don't know. I've never had dogs around chickens. I've had dogs come and kill my fucking chickens. And if you're one of my neighbors watching this, and if I ever catch your dog in my yard, I will fucking kill it. But yeah, I mean, you can have dogs around chickens; they never mess with them. But once they ever get that taste for blood, they'll never stop.
So everybody
I've ever talked to told me that.
Are you breaking even on the chickens? I mean, you get enough eggs to cover the cost of having them, or you just have them as a prep?
No.
You don't break even.
I mean, if you broke it down to buying organic eggs, yeah, I could probably, because it don't cost much to keep them. But when I used to free range a lot, I used to really free range my chickens a lot. I've probably lost 25 chickens, maybe more. That's why I'm down to 2 right now, other than the 6 new ones. Because every time I free range them, boom, I lose them.
See, now my one neighbor,
so
he's
I
got
kind of quit doing that.
one neighbor's got the full blown pen and the whole setup to get the eggs, and then the other neighbor up the road, he just got a pen. He locks them up at night and he lets them out during the day.
Mhm.
And the critters haven't taken it, and they follow him around. He left the pen open one day, and they all walked out and followed him to the house. He's just figured, let me see where this goes. And at night, he goes up there, grabs a beer, and they all flock around him, and he locks them in the pen at night.
And that's exactly what we do out at the farm. The chickens, because they have chickens and guineas, and they don't intermingle. Like the guineas they fucking go out and do their own thing all day long. But at night, that's what they come back to the chicken coop and they put them up every night, and that seems to be working out pretty good. Except he's fine. This was it last year? Yeah, last year it started. The guineas, whenever they start laying eggs, because usually they're real finicky about like laying on their eggs. I guess a guinea is real hard to find a mother guinea that sits on eggs. He lost about 6 of them because they started laying eggs and they just sit and they wouldn't come back to the roost, and then they lost the guinea and they lost the eggs. And I don't understand how it works, but he does it, and it's every night he turns the dog loose, and the dog fucking goes out and starts barking at the guineas and gets them all corralled like right in front of the box, and the dog lays down and the guineas fly in. He shuts the door and they're in for the night, and then wakes up the next morning, poof, opens the door, and bam, there they go.
Yeah, when I was free ranging, that's what I did. When I got up to go to work, I'd open the doors up and they'd go out and play all day, go root around and all that shit. And at night, they'd be in the pen. I'd get home from work, I'd just shut the damn door, And once the predators, it was like that went on for a long time. And once the predators ever found my place, it was like one of them evidently put out flyers that there was a buffet at fucking TR Prepper's house. And I ain't been able to kill enough predators yet to stop it happening. I don't know how many foxes, coons, possums I've killed. I've killed many. I've put a dent in the population of them. And I can turn my back for 20 minutes and I'll lose a fucking chicken now in the middle of the day. It's like, what the fuck?
Now, see, here again, I'm not out there all the time, but that almost sounds like an airborne predator.
Yeah, the last one was an airborne predator. Yeah. Because I caught it. I seen it. I know what it was. But I also have dogs. I've lost 2 or 3 chickens, and I go out there and like had a fresh garden dug up. And that's where they ran through the yard, and I was like, I'm missing 2 chickens. What the fuck? If it's daytime, it's a bird or a dog. If it's night, it's gonna be a fox, coon, possibly a possum. Possums ain't real bad about killing chickens, but they will.
Now, do your laws protect you as far as protecting your farm animals? Like if I lived next to you, my dog came up and was eating your chickens, you can shoot it without even thinking twice about it.
Yeah, I looked at that really good. Yeah, we have predator law in South Carolina. I can't sell the fur. I can't try to make money off of, say I kill a fox. I can't, skin it and sell the fur. But if a fox is fucking with my livestock or whatever, yeah, I can kill it.
Mm-hmm.
I can trap it. And here's a weird thing about South Carolina. I can trap it. Say do a live trap. I can't relocate it. But I can kill it.
Right. because my buddy, one guy that I work with, he has lambs, and we have eagles in our area. And the eagles, whenever the lambs are first born, they will come down and fucking take out his lambs. He's not allowed because it's an eagle. You cannot kill it. The game commission gave him hundreds of rounds of blank ammo to shoot at them to scare him off, and he's losing lambs all the time, baby lambs, but he can't kill the eagle.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Any predator, even with the predator law we have in South Carolina, any predator bird is actually covered under federal law. So you cannot technically kill a hawk, owl, eagle, any bird of prey. All that's illegal. There is no legal way to kill any bird of prey. I ain't saying it don't happen. I'm just saying it's not legal.
But that's fucked up. I mean, that'd be like your neighbor's dog coming over. If you have an eagle that's roosted, probably what's an eagle's range? 6 mile, probably.
Hell, probably lower than
Whatever
that.
it wants.
Eagle?
Yeah, on an eagle, hell yeah. We have tons of them around here.
Like his hunting range?
Yeah. Well, maybe 3. I'd already knock that down by half. I'd say probably 3.
No, I'd say probably more like 10.
I was thinking like times that by 10.
Oh, really? For an eagle?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Hell yeah. Figure they could travel from one end to that in about 10 minutes.
Well, yeah. Once they get up so high, they just fucking soar across, and which I eagle is our national bird. I don't ever want to see one of those killed, but I'm telling you what, I mean, if you're making a living or homesteading or doing whatever so that you don't have to spend money and something's killing something of yours, if the game commission or whoever doesn't step in to relocate or move that animal out.
Hey, there's nothing that says you can't scare the shit out of it.
Yeah.
I just meant to blow around past its head and accidentally hit it. What was that? Have you guys watched that TV show Last Man Standing?
Yeah.
Where the dude shot the eagle and had a tracker on it. Oh, that was hilarious. TR, I guarantee you, if you have whatever movie, TV thing, if you type in Last Man Standing and you start watching it, that'll be one of those TV shows that you're like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to watch this. So just remember that. It's a good show.
It's the old Tim the Toolman guy.
My only issue is groundhogs. Boy, they do some awful damage.
Those are free game.
Well, I don't know what the laws are in Virginia or West Virginia, but it doesn't have to be livestock. It could be your crops. It could be your home period in South Carolina. Anyway,
West Virginia groundhogs are nuisance animals. Sunrise to sunset, 365 a year. It's on.
There you go.
Is there just tons and tons of those combs?
Them little pricks, they chew my siding. They chew the rubber hoses off the lawnmower. Hell, last year, they chewed through my gas cans. I got a 5-gallon gas can full of gas. You can't tell this tastes like shit?
No
You gotta
shit.
sit there and gnaw on it till it empties out in your face?
That's how the ground squirrels are in California, man. I used to shoot the shit out of those things, and they just keep coming back.
I keep missing, but one day I'm going to get good at it.
See, now, if I could find someone that has property where you could just shoot groundhogs all day long, like all day long, I would go do that every year for like a week. Just blast the shit out of them.
I got up Friday morning, walked out of my deck out at the retreat location, and I couldn't find my glasses. And there's 4 deer eating right underneath my tree stand. I was like, oh, shit. Run inside, get the camera. And I could tell it was focusing. I could hear it doing a little motor sound. Take the picture. A little message flops up in the display. I'm thinking like image saved, right? I'm taking all these pictures. I'm all proud of myself. I'm like, man, I'm getting some great pictures of these deer. I get in the house, put the glasses on, hit the button again. It says insert card. I left the damn card in the laptop the night before. Insert memory card.
Yep. Believe it or not, that's probably half of YouTubers out there to do shit like
that. That's like the squirrel. Did I tell you guys? This was a while ago. It was probably one of the chats before. So my little dog Rusty, he goes hauling ass out into the bushes, and he comes back and he's just like whimpering fucking noise, right? And my kids are yelling, ah, fuck. This squirrel had latched on to my dog's collar. You know that after you feed it through, there's a little tail part of the collar, and he would not let go of this thing. So my dog Rusty brings the squirrel back to me, and this fucking squirrel is latched on to his collar, and I'm like, well, that's odd. So I was like telling my son, record this shit. You're like, this is fucking genius. Like. He fucked it up and didn't get any of that video footage. I was like, fuck. I'm over there like with a broom handle, like whacking the squirrel off of his thing, and he would not let go. It was freaking hilarious. That was my epic video that went nowhere. But he said sorry, so well, I was like, son of a bitch. I've taught you better than this, son.
I'm the worst with the GoPro. When I did that 50 round drum magazine in the Glock, I had a GoPro sitting on the table, and I was like, I have some different angles and all that shit. I went to turn it off, and I was like, fuck, I had it turned on, but I never hit the right start button on it. I was like, well, fuck, there's one angle that ain't never going to be seen. Because I ain't shooting another 150 rounds of ammo for this shit.
Oh, man. Yeah, did you get another drum?
Not yet. They're supposed to send me another one, though, actually.
I know, that's awesome.
What? Is it the same gun?
Yeah, newer.
Yeah, I'd let them know what other guns I had, and I was like, hey, I got, this, and this, and this, and this. If you want me to review something else, send it on.
Hey, well, tell those assholes to send me a fucking 10mm drum.
There you go.
I'll put that shit in my duty holster and fucking walk around.
Fucking RoboCop. That's the only company that's ever contacted me that I was okay with sending them my info and saying, sure, I'll do it. Because I didn't contact them. They contacted me. I still got to do a review on a flashlight that I'm not. It's a great flashlight. It is an awesome flashlight. It really is. It's a good flashlight. But, at least with the magazines, it was like, this is some shit I've already bought and used. It's in my inventory already. And you want to send me more of it? Sure. But I've had companies contact me. Hey, we're a Chinese market, blah, blah, blah. We would like to get set up a thing with you and send you inverters and all this. And I'm like, no. You can send me, I don't know. I'm kind of weird about it. I do this shit for fun.
Yeah, TR, I get companies that send me emails saying, hey, we got these Baofeng radios. You want to do videos on them?
I'll range test them.
Like, don't you all watch my channel?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if somebody wants to send you something that you don't really want to endorse, and then you're obligated to endorse it, it's like, no, I'm not. No, just keep it. I'm good. I mean, I'm a small channel or whatever. But if it's something that I've already used or am using, and the only reason that company contacted me with the magazines, with that drum magazines, is because I did a video talking about Korean magazines and Glocks that I bought, out of my pocket. And I talked highly of them. I was like, hey, these things work, blah, 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 showed them off. That's why they contacted me. And I'm like, well, fuck yeah. If you want, hey, they work great. If you want to send me some, I'll fucking use them. you know. But for a company to come out of the blue over to the side and say, okay, we seen you used controllers or Midnight Solar, American made product. That's the ones I showed off. That's the ones I bought. And then I get a Chinese company saying, hey, we want to set up a partnership with you and whatever. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm happy with the Midnight Solar. I don't mind endorsing those. Your shit may be good too. I don't know, but this is what I did, you know.
Yeah, if a company sends me something, I'm willing to show it. I'll put in the video, say, hey, I want to say thanks to this company, but I'll only say that I'm doing a product demonstration. I don't do reviews. I'll say, here's the widget. I'll show you how it works. I'll use it, but I don't play one product off against another.
Yeah, it's a tricky slope, you know. And even with that, it ain't like you're making money on it. They may even give you the shit, but if you don't need it, and it's like the charge controllers, I mean, sure, it'd be great if they sent me something, but if it don't perform as good as something I already got, and then I'm obligated to, well, like you said, you know, it's just a product demonstration, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I'm just not all into all that. I don't make money off fucking YouTube, and I mean, but if somebody wants to send me some free shit, that's fine. But even that's so little that.
Hey, get out here.
Now
Sorry.
I'll take people's stuff. If I get a buddy who's a ham radio operator, buys a new radio, I'm going to his house to take that shit for a video. I got friends who lock their doors when I show up. Oh, you bought the new XYZ 123? I need that for a week.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I mean, you know, the company's not kind of not really blackmailing, but it's you know, at it, do it. And if you think it's a piece of shit and you're like, I better not do a video on this, or maybe you want to do a video on it because it is a piece of shit. Either way, it's at least honest. You know what I mean?
Well, you're a new channel. It's tempting. Oh, wow. Somebody reached out to me. And then when I first started, there was a company that sold all these Chinese radios. And I was like, I don't know about these handhelds. But they sent me their software-defined radio. I said, all right, I'll do a video on that because that's kind of cool. And after that, they're like, well, you want to take this mobile and show this mobile? I was like, no. And then they wouldn't talk to me anymore. I was like, all right, yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've gotten with some of the stuff. It's just like, you know, I'm just not comfortable with that. And because if I review it, if you send it to me and it's a piece of shit, I'm going to tell you it's a piece of shit, you know?
Now, if my favorite battery company told me, hey, we'll send you 12 of these 6-volt flooded lead acid batteries, I'd be a whore and I'd make a video.
Well, that's what I did with that 50-round drum. I was like, hell yeah, send that bitch.
Because I bought those batteries. They were $200 a piece.
Yeah, so it's one of those things, I guess you got to, you know, pick and choose. I mean, I'm not against it. I just not actively trying to do that. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I'm
everybody out there, y'all have to make up your own decision on that. I'm kind of weary of review videos when people send you the shit. So maybe that's just my own personal take on it.
Are you watching these videos where all these channels are carrying on about the monetization with the AdSense?
Yeah, I've seen some.
Yeah, see, that's not. I don't get it because I don't make my videos to make money off of AdSense. So I don't know what they were making before all this.
I'm not going. You're supposedly in the contract. You're not supposed to tell what you make, but I can tell you that I have spent more money on cameras, giveaways I've done, ammo I've burned up to make. I will never break even.
Right.
If nothing changed, I would never break even. I spend way more making YouTube videos than I do money than I make.
Hell, I had my channel 3 years before I knew you could monetize a video.
Yeah, I didn't monetize for years either.
It's like, what the hell is this button? They're gonna pay me for this shit?
Nope.
To be honest, a little bit of money I make off YouTube is what I've been using when I do a giveaway, and I give away $200 or $300 worth of shit. That's the money I made off YouTube that year or 6 months or whatever it was. That's about as much as I can say. Some people do better than that. Don't get me wrong, but as far as the content I put out, you give away $300 worth of shit. That's probably what I made that year.
You could walk the streets and look for aluminum cans, bring them into a recycling shop, and make 10 times what you'd make in YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
At least for me.
Yeah. These channels with 20, 30, and it depends on the videos you put out, the content you put out. Yeah, some channels make a lot more money, and I ain't even talking about huge channels. I'm talking about, say, channels 10,000 and less. They probably do pretty good. They're not making a living off YouTube, but they probably make a decent little amount of money off YouTube. Me, the videos I put out, because I just do goofy shit all the time.
Wait, yeah, are you talking about 10,000 views or 10,000 subs?
10,000 subs. Now, if you get if you're getting consistent 10,000 views, you're probably making a decent lick, or it was. I don't know how it is now, but.
Well, I went back. Wait, you're not allowed to say how much you make?
That's what I've been told.
No, fuck. I don't want you to go back to Mr. Funfisher. So,
yeah.
Damn it. But I looked up what I made for the last 2 years of YouTube. Shit. How can I say this?
Yeah, you can probably do it in a roundabout way.
A roundabout way. In 2 years of YouTube, with how I got a ton of videos out, they don't get viewed that much, but in a roundabout way, if you were to take, let's just say, roughly $900 and work that around in 2 years, maybe in 2 years, that's about it.
You've actually made about the same amount as I have, Blue. Believe it or not.
Yeah. And that's 2 years of work plus how much ammo spent, how much money you spend on buying stuff to. Oh wait, but I mean, technically though, I would probably have bought the product regardless. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not like I'm out money. I was going to buy it regardless. But yeah, that's 2 years. That's about what you get for a small channel. That's not.
All right, so I'm looking here at my videos. My most popular video is 5 years old, and it's had 153,000 views in 5 years, which is like nothing. And it's the worst damn video I've ever made. It's before I knew you could actually edit a video. So it'd be like a pause when I got up to piss. Oh, you can cut that out?
That's why they like watching that video.
And then the next one is half that, 60,000 views. That's another 5-year-old video.
Yeah, some of my most watched videos are some of my shittiest videos. I don't know.
I average 1,500 views per video.
Well, you put out good content.
But I would say it's 10% of my subscriber count. Yeah, I think I got 18,000 subs, and yeah, in that case, I don't even break 10%. So the subscriber count doesn't correlate to the people who actually watch your bullshit.
Right.
Yeah, it don't. It don't. My average is probably 300, maybe. Well, I won't even say average, but most of the videos I put out, I get 200 to 300 views. And that's with 4,000 subscribers, so it's not even 10%. But you know, some go over, some go less. You know, like I said, maybe if I monetized from the get-go, I'd have done pretty good. Even as long as I've been doing YouTube and as many videos as I got out, I still hadn't hit 1 million views, but I'm getting close. So I'm kind of proud of that. I'm in the 800,000 range right now. I need to put out more hot chick videos because evidently those get 1,000 at a pop.
Hey, do any of you guys sub to Canadian Prepper?
Yeah, I know who he is. I think I'm sub to him.
See, he did a video today that's absolutely the best, one of the best videos I've ever watched. How to totally sell out on YouTube. And he gives you the top 25 tips not to get demonetized and make $1 million on YouTube. It is funny as shit. So, people in the side chat, check out Canadian Prepper. I mean, he's got great content all the time anyway. But it's how to totally sell out on YouTube. It is a funny video.
All right, guys, it's about midnight. I don't have to work tomorrow, but I know a lot of people do. So I like to wrap this up. Okay, I actually went a little bit over. I don't mean to go this long. So I'm going to let everybody do an outro. And I'm going to start with you, Rick. Is your 6 covered?
All right. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for supporting TR. And it's Sunday. It's Easter, so glad you guys could come out and support. And I'm getting close to my 2,000 subs. Bizarrizza Jizza did a little shout out for me the other day that helped out. So appreciate that. But other than that, thanks again, TR. I appreciate the invite. And Blue Comms, nice talking to you guys again. That's it.
Well, thanks, Rick. I always appreciate it when you can come on, man. Comms Prepper, would you like to do an outro?
Well, again, thank you for giving me the invite, moving me out of my comfort zone and getting me a little bit off topic, but I appreciate you reaching out to me and letting me be part of your panel here on these chats.
Oh, absolutely. We need a little bit of a different, viewpoints and different things going on. So it's always good to have a mixed up panel of different backgrounds and specialties and stuff like that. So Blue 823, what do you got to say, buddy?
I am absolutely 110% sorry for putting the video up earlier whenever we were like talking about a certain thing that happened. That was damn, I'm sorry. But other than that, happy Easter, everybody. And I'll put up a after chat so the people that are not ready to go to bed, TR, I know you're not ready to go to bed, but you'll still chat, right? Just not on because you like to keep yours formatted, right? You'll jump on?
I'll jump on for a few minutes.
Nah, another hour.
But
other than that,
day, dude, I work today.
You guys out in the side chat, you guys kicked ass as always. Love seeing the comments. Love seeing everything going on. TR, thanks for the invite. Comms Prepper, Rick, is your 6 covered? And Don, who had to jet out earlier. Make sure you check all those guys out if you haven't checked them out already. And catch you next time.
Well, thanks for coming on, Blue, and no apologies necessary. If everybody's seen what I seen, it was so shitty that it was so choppy that, just the content of what was being said and what happened was bad, but the video didn't really show anything. So it's all right. It's all good, dude. Hell, I was telling you to put it out there. So, and I highlighted you too, to make sure it was on there. So don't blame yourself for anything.
Mr. Funfish.
And if it does happen, I got another channel, Mr. Funfish channel. If I get put in YouTube jail again.
Night, you guys. I gotta go.
But anyway, thanks everybody for coming out. I hope everybody had a happy Easter, a great Easter. Got to eat some ham, steaks, or rabbit, whatever. And we'll see you next time. And later, everybody.